Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Alvaro. Let me just move the camera, it's too low for me, in my opinion. Okay. Alright, so this episode number 2, and when I'm just going to speak my mind. What am I going to speak today? I have no idea. But I'm still going to do an episode. And as I sort around, I'm actually going to start speaking on weird shit. So, I believe, it's my opinion, that whenever you are going around through life and you have an instinct, you have an impulse that tells you, don't do that, or that would be scary, or fuck, I can't do that because I'll be so ashamed and embarrassed of myself, right? That means you gotta do it, man. Like, how convenient is it that you have an internal compass that tells you what you need to do by telling you, don't do that? How cool is that? But you still have a compass, if you see what I'm saying. So if you follow this compass, if this internal compass of yours, your life is gonna be 10x. You're gonna operate 10x. You're gonna have amazing experiences. You're gonna do this fucking have a really cool life. So what do I mean by this? Let me give you some more concrete examples. So I used to be a little bit more like this, whereas now, because I'm staying more at home, not so many opportunities as these present themselves because I'm studying for my exams. It is a conscious self-decision. Which does to say maybe going out is a starting. Just go out, leave the house, man. If you're depressed, if you just want to do something, just leave the fucking house, man. Anyway, that's step number 1. But anyway, more concrete examples. Yesterday, I was on my phone. I'm never on my phone. Let me tell you a quick habit that I have. I read a book once that was called The Shallows. I also read another book called Focus. I think it was by Malcolm Gladwell. He's a programmer. He's a professor of programming, of coding and computer science, at a very prestigious American university, and he's written quite a few books. Very productive guy, and I'm not going to go into the detail of the scientific research or study or the why of why using the internet is a bad thing. Let's go really quickly over it. I mean, I don't think I even could if I even tried. It's just really out of my league right now. But basically, like, you know, Facebook, all these social media platforms and apps and all this yimbo jambo, they have a lot of money, and they have on the payroll the best psychologists in the whole world, and they know how to trick your brain. Same principles as slot machines. They know how to trick you, man. So you're fucking addicted to that shit, like organically addicted to that shit, like, you know. So I mean, I think whenever you're expecting about when you're scrolling, you're expecting about new thing, dopamine is released, and you get addicted to this dopamine release, and then you can't focus, and then when actual things which trigger normal dopamine don't feel as good, so then you get spoiled brats, whatever. So yeah. So anyway, I only use social media platforms for like 20 minutes a day at the end of the day. If someone really has something really important to say to me, it's hard to get to me. I'm not accessible. The book says don't be accessible, man. They can call me. My phone will be on airplane mode. But then at the middle of the day, so at 2 p.m, once I've settled, I know what I'm doing for that day, I have my own plans. Something comes up, I'll look at my phone, and someone's calling me, I'll call them back. And like, the only thing you could say against this is, what happens if your friends are spontaneously going to go on a trip and they wanted to tell you, and because you weren't on your phone, you missed out on the opportunity? Man, honestly, those things don't happen, man. They don't used to happen, man. Like, I think there's enough time, notice, between a day and another. So I'm not going to do something spontaneously like that, probably, you know? So those things are not organized like that. Like, we don't live in a movie. This is not a movie, you know? And there are very, 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 very rare exceptions. I don't think that this applies maybe to like 0.0001% of you guys, where you actually have those kind of friends which are like, come on, yo, let's just go today on a weekend trip to skiing. I don't know, right? But for the most part, you're good off just with this limited amount of social media. Otherwise, you're gonna like fuck your brain up. But yeah, I wasn't talking about. So I was on social media yesterday because I was asking for some notes from one of my peers because I had some problems with one of my course exams. So scrolling on Facebook just really quickly. I shouldn't have done that. And one of my friends, he had posted that he was going to an extra casting event here in Glasgow where more than 1,000 people actually went there. So I was, man, as soon as I went there, my body just started trembling. Like, if I wouldn't be like meditating as I do every single day, another habit, I probably wouldn't even notice. But man, I was like, man, this is like casting, this sounds really scary, man. They're gonna be judging me, and man, no, I would never do that shit, man. I would never do that shit. Then I had a thought, I was like, man, you know that really successful guy? I bet he went to the casting event. I bet he went to the extra casting event. And I bet he put himself out there in the world. And that was all it took me to be like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit. It took me less than 1 hour, in and out, so easy, they were so friendly. I got nice pictures taken of me, you know, that's always good with really nice digital cameras. Got to meet some people, you know, got to talk to some interesting people. And that was cool, man, and I did that shit, and I really didn't want to do it. But because I knew, do the weird shit, do the crazy shit, get out of your comfort zone, fucking did it and went out. I'm probably not going to become a fucking actor between you and me, right? But, you know, I might get a fucking extra casting role and get a few quid here and there. So, anyway, peace out.